I'm stood outside the Royal Museum for Central Africa, a controversial museum as it was founded by King Leopold II, whose brutal reign in the Congo helped fill this museum behind me. It's since tried to change its image, and in light of the Black Lives Matter movement has taken particular pertinence because of its varied history and colonial past.
Well, clearly our museum has played a major role in serving as an instrument for colonial propaganda. For more than 100 years we've spread messages on stereotypes from Africa and on superiority of white cultures over black cultures. Entire generations of Belgians got their first encounter with Africa here in this museum, so an entire generation of Belgium have been fed with the message of stereotypes and of white superiority. So we acknowledge that we are part of the problem and that we've supported efforts to institute racism in the Belgian society.
Despite never having been there, King Leopold II ruled in the Congo Free State with an iron fist, mutilating and often cutting off the hands of the workers who disobeyed. It was around this lake that in the 1890s he brought over 267 Congolese to exhibit in a human zoo as part of a great exhibition. And in almost 100 years after, the museum stood as a colonial bastion of Belgium's rule in the Congo. In 2013, it underwent a renovation that was completed in 2018 to help modernise it, but there still remains controversy around the exhibits that are shown.
For me, the African Museum is a reproduction of what they used to have before that, where they talked about the colonized story of Belgium, Congo, with a proud voice, where I think that they do need to change that, and they didn't, to tell a story about what they did and the atrocity that they actually went on in Congo while it was colonized by Leopold II.
We're now very critical of the colonial message. We believe that colonialism is a system of governments based on military occupation, on exploitation of a country, and on racist and authoritarian rule. No country ever asked to be colonized, so we take distance of that. We now take a positive view. But to come back to the Black Lives Matter, we acknowledge entirely there's a strong link between colonialism, imperialism, and racism in Western societies.
And a museum like this can help the people in the good way to get a more understanding about the history and also about the Congolese people here, especially in Brussels, to understand their statements and everything.